If you understand that morphic fields shape behavior, belief, and experience, then the next question becomes practical. How do you shift them? Knowing that you are surrounded by energetic templates only becomes useful when you can learn to retune yourself to a different one. What follows are tools that help you tap into a new field and tune your internal system to align with it. Begin with meditation, mantra, and breathwork. These are not spiritual accessories. They are signal correction techniques. When your thoughts are scattered, your breath is shallow, or your emotions are running in loops, your system cannot stabilize in a new pattern. The old field remains dominant because it is the one you are reinforcing through repetition and rhythm. Meditation slows your internal noise. Breathwork regulates your energy. Mantra imposes pattern and structure onto your mental environment. Each of these tools can serve as a tuning mechanism. You do not need elaborate visualizations. You need consistency. 10 minutes of breath awareness every morning can shift your baseline from reactive to receptive. A single phrase repeated with full focus can shift your emotional tone from doubt to clarity. These are simple acts, but they are powerful because they interrupt the existing signal and offer a new one. Next, we look at anchors. Anchors are sensory or symbolic cues that link you to a specific state or field. A scent, a sound, a gesture, a talisman, any of these can serve as an anchor if they are charged with enough meaning and reinforced through practice. For example, you might light the same incense every time you sit to work on your creative project. Over time, that scent becomes linked to focus, flow, and inspiration. The brain does not separate ritual from environment. It reads the pattern, and when the anchor is repeated consistently, the state returns more easily. Anchors also work energetically. A breath held in a specific posture, a hand placed over the chest, a mantra whispered at the end of a cold shower. These can all become triggers that return you to your chosen field. They collapse the distance between intention and embodiment. Now, let's talk about symbolic action. Symbolic action is ritual. Not in the theatrical sense, but in the precise somatic sense. You are training the body to speak to the field in the language of gesture, posture, movement, and sound. This is where embodied rituals become essential. If you want to align with abundance, perform acts that mirror flow. If you want to align with clarity, cleanse your space. If you want to shift into strength, carry weight. These are not metaphors. They are direct signals to your nervous system and to the morphic field. The body learns through doing. The field responds to patterns that are enacted, not just imagined. Movement plays a powerful role here. Dance, walking meditation, mudra, martial movement, all of these can disrupt stagnation and activate new resonance. When you move with intention, rhythm, and breath, your body becomes a transmitter. You are no longer just thinking about change. You are embodying it, and this has a measurable impact on your internal coherence and external outcomes. Sound is another tuning tool. Chant, humming, drumming, binaural tones, overtone singing sound carries pattern. It bypasses the rational mind and reaches directly into the subtle layers of the field. Specific frequencies, when repeated regularly, begin to restructure the energetic landscape of the body. Sound is especially effective when combined with breath and movement. It creates a full body tuning process that reaches both conscious and unconscious levels. Sacred geometry also functions in this way. When you use symbols like the vesica piscis, the flower of life, or the golden spiral, you are working with harmonics that already exist in nature. These forms are not just visually appealing. They are structural carriers of coherence. Meditating on them, building them into your space, or incorporating them into ritual design enhances alignment by exposing your system to archetypal balance. These tools are powerful, but they mean nothing without consistency. Fields are formed and stabilized through repetition. If you want to shift morphic alignment, you must repeat the new signal until it becomes stronger than the old one. That means daily practice. Small, deliberate actions. Rituals that return you to your intention, even when nothing seems to be changing. This is the principle of reinforcement. Every time you repeat an act of alignment, you are telling your system what matters. You are strengthening the neural, emotional, and energetic pathways that define your current signal. And eventually, your baseline changes. Not as a sudden breakthrough, but as a gradual, structural realignment. This is not about intensity. It is about rhythm. You do not need to force yourself into a new field. You need to entrain to it. Slowly, gently, through breath, through sound, through movement, through symbols and space and daily gestures. These tools are not just spiritual disciplines. They are technologies of transformation. And once your system begins to stabilize in the new signal, reality starts to shift with it. Not because you imposed your will, but because you became a living match for a different field. Change the signal, and the field will echo back. Tune deliberately. Anchor wisely. Repeat until it holds.